In the last exercise, we learned how we can make use of the mouse and the mouse button to control the playback of a movie. So this is one of the sample patch we would like to play back the movie called the lesson010b with the use of the pix frame and pix texture and rectangle command. And in this particular exercise, we'll make use of the mouse location. So that is the position of your mouse cursor in order to control the playback of two movies. And to work with two movies, we make use of the command we have learned in previous weeks. That is the pix mix command to have a crossfade effect between the two different digital movies. So this is the one to control the first movie. And then I make a duplication of this one and use this one to control the second movie. And the result of the cross-fading of the two movies will be in just one single rectangular box in this instead of two. So in that case, I will first remove this one first and then insert another object over here. And the object we have come across in the previous weeks, that is the pix mix. It comes with three inlets. The first is the first movie or image. The second one will be the second film or second image. And you also need to be sure that both of the film or images you may need to use will be of the same size in terms of the resolution. Otherwise, you will generate some error message on the console window. And the third parameter will be a number. We'll make use of a slider over here. And the range of that slider will be 0 and 1. So between the 0 and 1, we'll have some sort of decimal number which would use it to control the cross-fading between the first and the second video. And then we can have a look of the effect of this presentation. So we load the first one and also the second one, and then we turn on the playback. And if I move this particular slider between the leftmost and the rightmost ends, you can see a gradual change of the transparency between the two movies. The left hand side will be the dishes and the right hand side will be the burst. And in between the two of them, we see a mix of the two images. So this is the crossfade effect and also the use of this pix mix command. And as I mentioned, usually in your presentation or in your installation work, you do not want to expose this particular interface to the user. And in order to cater for this particular situation, we'll make use of the command we come across in the last exercise. So that is the mouse. We'll use something called the gemmouse again. And remember that the gemmouse command comes with 5 outlets. The first 2 of them will be a number that indicates the mouse position. So in this case, I intend to use the X position. So that's the horizontal position of the mouse to control the cross-fading of the two movies. And first of all, we have a look at the value of that number. We can see the change in the value between 0, which is the leftmost one, and the right hand side is around 500. So in order to fit in that particular value to the slider, we need to scale it down to a range of the value between 0 and 1. So we can do it in a multiple way. So the most straightforward way is we can make use of the parameter in the gemmouse objects. So if you take a look at the gemmouse command, actually you can put in some number after the gemmouse identification. So the first number will indicate the X value and the second number indicate the Y value. So it is kind of normalized value between 0 to this number. So in our case, we can just put in the number 1 over here. So the result will be a decimal number between 0 and 1 when you move along the mouse within the gem window. So in that case, we connect this one to our slider. I just put it here for easy demonstration. And then we restart this patch again. And then you pay attention to the change of the mouse and also the position of the slider. So you can see this is the leftmost area. You can see the slider is turning to the left hand side and in the middle, and then go to the far right. So in that particular case, we can make use of the movement of the mouse and treat it as a slider and use it to control this crossfading between the two videos. So this is also the second operation we would like to explore by the use of the gemmouse in order to control the graphical user interface without going back to the patch itself.